You're supposed to be thugs. All you street dudes in black communities. Calling yourself real N-words. You keep it real. You put in work. You busting at the ops. You firing on other black men. You gangsters. So why is it that these racist Latinos are attacking black girls? And that's why they have no respect for you.
I couldn't tell that I was getting hit in the head and everything. I was just trying to defend myself at the time.
Cell phone video shows 21-year-old Jada McPherson taking blow after blow.
It just all happened so fast. Her agenda was to pull my head. That was their main agenda. It's 3 against 1, and I'm like 130 pounds, barely.
The fight started over an issue New Yorkers know all too well.
Parking is hard to find.
McPherson said she was returning home from work when she was trying to park her car on Putnam Avenue near Onderdonk Avenue in Ridgewood, Queens, Monday evening.
The guy, he came and put a garbage can behind my car to prevent me to park. I circled the block 3-4 times. I came back and I'm like, it's been 30 minutes and you're still here.
A verbal altercation with a man and 2 other women police identified as Andrea Dumitru and Sabrina Starman.
I'm not gonna lie, I called her an immigrant, but she called me a slave and she called me a monkey.
Quickly turned violent. Medics treated McPherson at the scene and arrested Dumitru and Starman. Neighbors say they are family and there have been issues with them holding parking spots for years.
It's not worth fighting. But across the street, with the garbage cans, they're trying to hold the spot. He sits there monitoring it, and that's what happened.
I heard voices and looked out the window and saw arms flying. If you're coming home at rush hour, it can take up to an hour to find parking.
McPherson says she's ready to put this tragedy behind her and has even found a lesson through it all.
It gives you a different look at life. You understand what I'm saying? Certain things you just have to let it be.
Police have charged 45-year-old Andrea Dumitru and 21-year-old Sabrina Starman with assault. Authorities are still looking for a 3rd individual.
This is how it is in New York City, y'all. Y'all just watch a black woman get jumped by 2 men and a woman and no one intervened. Y'all just sit around and yelling while she's getting the brakes beat off her. No one intervened, right? So overall, this is a disheartening incident. I hope those people were charged. I don't know where the full story is out or even if this is on the news, just a random video floating here on TikTok, but yeah, there needs to be some type of justice. She yelled they were immigrants. Hopefully people could check into that. Also law enforcement, but New York, a sanctuary city. So yeah, probably a smack on the wrist. No one intervened on the behalf of the black woman. That's crazy.
People always assume the Puerto Ricans in New York City aren't racist. But that brawl in Queens where they jumped that black girl, those 3 Puerto Rican people jumped that black girl, a lot of people assume that a Puerto Rican considers himself as black. Yeah, some circles, the one in Harlem and Washington Heights, yeah, because the ones that supposed to talk to the Dominicans aren't racist, but the ones that live in Harlem aren't racist, but the ones that live in Queens, yeah, they're racist. Because what gave you the idea that, hey, I want to jump this black girl because she called me an immigrant. She didn't say I call ICE on you. She called you an immigrant. And you called her a monkey and you jumped her. So it's not just a verbal attack. It's like, hey, I go also assault you because hey, I think you less than. And I saw some UPS driver just hanging out there, not doing anything. He was a black man. Yeah, that's food for that part for the course. That tend to happen because the Queens is very segregated. It's not diverse. It's just segregated. They have pockets of different cultures in different areas. So people think it's like, hey, is it possible for Queens to be racist? But Queens is a very racist place, so what do you think?
Also, TikTok, in Queens, there were 3 Latinos who assaulted a black woman. 2 Latino males and 1 Latino woman jumped on and assaulted a black woman in Queens over a parking spot. I think they were blocking the parking spot or whatever, and one of them had went out and grabbed the woman, and the other 2 proceeded to attack this black woman. This black woman had to sit there and fight off 2 men and 1 female by herself. One of the Latino men was actually a I'm not gonna say trans woman, but they said that that person was trans, but at the end of the day, a man is a man, whether you wear a dress or no dress. If you didn't come to this world biologically a woman, then you're not a woman. But anyway, though, this black woman was assaulted by 3 Latinos, 2 Latino men putting their hands on a black woman. And I've spoken on this before about how Latinos are towards blacks. We cannot continue to let something like this ride. We have to protect our black women. How the way those 2 Latino men went out there and fought that black woman with the Latino woman is the same energy that we need to have. We have to show a lesson. You cannot put your hands on our women. And this is no disrespect to the LGBT, because I am who I am too. And so don't call me homophobic, because I can't be homophobic when, you know, I'm that too. But however, trans women or transsexuals or whatever, you're not women. You're not biological women. And what the hell give you the right to think that you can put your hands on a woman? And a lot of you, just because you put on a skirt and put on tons of makeup, that don't make you a woman. All right? If your birth certificate came out saying male, that's what that is. So therefore, let this be the last time y'all put your hands on any woman, especially a black woman. This gotta stop. This gotta come to an end. But anyway though, and they said, well, black men that was out there and sat there and watched this happen. So, black men, I'm calling you out. As you saw this black woman, I don't care if you know her or not. It's the fact that 2 Latino men was jumping on this black woman. Y'all did nothing. But anyway, just letting you know, this happened in Queens. 2 Latino men and a Latino woman jumped on and assaulted a black woman. This is Sam Redix and I'm out.
Yo, there's a video going around with a woman in Queens, New York, arguing over a parking spot with a family that's blocking the parking spot with trash cans. They going back and forth with the words, getting disrespectful. All of a sudden, one thing led to another. Then they start jumping the black girl. Then the guy jump in. That, to be jumping somebody outside of your home, to be a man putting your hand on a woman outside of your place of residence, to even have the audacity to block a parking spot that you have no authority of blocking. You putting trash cans in the street doesn't mean anything. That's not your spot. It's being recorded. I've been pissed somebody trying to block a spot. For what reason? You are no car here. You're just blocking the spot just to block the spot until somebody else come home. What? And you put hands on me? You jump? Oh, I'll be back. Yo, I'll be back. If it was a one-on-one fight, cool. But for the mom to jump in, and then a grown-ass man start pulling the girl here, and then she's on the floor, and you got kicking her while she's on the floor. That's, wow. You know, I don't have to say anything else. You already know what's going to happen. Like, you already know.